a mayor of New York City.
I understand, but
New York City is different. It is our financial capital. It is our cultural capital in many ways. It's New York. You know,
I would say LA is the cultural capital. Our biggest export is culture.
Well, look, I mean,
the entertainment industry, the TV and film industry. Although my
early years were all dominated by New York as a suburb of New York. My father worked in New York, New York TV, New York sports teams, and then I lived there twice in my life.
Yeah.
I very much know New York. I'm not fond of it. You know, I respect it, but there are reasons why I never wanted to live there, and I love here. That's just, personality thing. But New York is New York. It's definitely it's the media capital, the financial capital. It is a bellwether like no other city is in this country.
Do you think that the mayor, that one person, if he is a democratic socialist, do you think that he would have the power and influence to be able to, like, usher in socialism?
He definitely has the power and influence to elect J.D. Vance or whoever is the Republican candidate next time. It is a walking commercial for the Republican Party nationally.
I think the Republicans are going to...
When you let the Democrat socialists, and now they're actually calling themselves socialists, when you let them take over a major American city, this is what you get. The state-run grocery stores, which work so well in Cuba and the Soviet Union and Venezuela, just bad ideas. And again, this ugly streak, streak of anti-Semitism.
Bill Maher, hosting progressive commentator Brian Tyler Cohen, says New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani has bad ideas and claims he is an anti-Semite.
Who's the most popular politician on the left?
AOC? I don't know.
One of, but who's Bernie is Bernie is, I mean, he's not a capitalist, you know?
No, he's not. And he's also not president.
He's not, but
never would be.
But neither is Mamdani.
No, but he will, trust me, he will be featured in the campaign commercials.
But they're going to feature people, they boogeyman everybody.
Yeah, but you don't have to boogeyman him. He does it to himself.
But they'll do it regardless. Nancy Pelosi, Hillary Clinton, Gavin Newsom.
Yeah, but
they make anybody into boogeyman.
It has.
I think it was
just have more weight when it's real. I mean, when you can really show it.
But they can't show it. Maher is the latest 60-plus-year-old to fall for it. Or maybe.
New rule: if converting to Islam is all it takes to get the terrorists off our backs, then all I have to say is.
Comes from a hate-filled holy book, the Quran. The most popular name in the United Kingdom, Great Britain, this was in the news this week, for babies this year was Muhammad. Am I a racist to feel I'm alarmed by that? Because I am.
When that stuff is in your head, it just gives you this neurological disorder.
Talk to women who've ever dated an Arab man. The reviews are not good. If Muslim men could get laid more, we wouldn't have this problem. It's a culture of suicide bombing.
Most Muslim people in the world do condone violence.
It's been going on 1,000 years, this problem between Islam and the West. I'm not an Islamophobe. That's wrong. I am a truth lover.
He's just hated Muslim people for years. By the way, is Bill Maher showcasing Chuck Schumer's book and his weird obsessions with a made-up family potentially guiding his policies? Yep, it appears he is. Why the flying four-letter word would someone put this in the show of an interview that they are a part of? These are things, that you put behind you, that you're proud of, that you like, you adore, etc. For example, I mean, how bad can you butcher this, dude? I know he is out of touch. I'm aware that he's out of touch. But my God, you're putting up Chuck Schumer's book about Baileys in the background of your shot? And it's like perfectly turned. It's the only book that you can make out on the shelf. Like, wow. Anyways, onward.
What I can say is the misrepresentation of Zohran is almost unprecedented to me. There is everything, anyone who listens for even a few minutes, you understand this is a profoundly humanistic person. He is someone who cares about communities from the grassroots, who has just a passionate feeling for New York City and our neighborhoods and all the different beauty in them, human beauty, and was willing to take a huge chance and try and do something that he knew almost everyone would tell him was impossible. And I find the nobility of spirit in that. And then for his trouble was claimed by some to be all sorts of things he wasn't. He is not an anti-Semite. Let's start with that. I love this human ability to believe what you hear. And I have people, friends of mine, saying, oh, he's anti-Semite, until I say to them, one, I'll look him in the eye and say, no, he's not. And then I'll say, show me the evidence that you're using to back up that very, very, very serious charge. And Mehdi, I cannot tell you how many people are like, oh, okay, no, I actually don't have anything.
For Maher, though.
But she wants to drive. They want the best part of America, the modernity. They want all the good stuff. They want to have a cell phone to call to say, hey, guys, come over to the beheading.
It's business as usual.
Yeah, I saw the clip of you on Bill Maher. I'm not a big fan of Bill Maher.
Oh, yeah, no. He's undercover, right-wing, racist. What was funny is the comedian dude.
Harlan Williams.
Yeah, he, during the commercial, he was like, man, I really agree with everything you're saying. They just told me I'm supposed to do this. I'm supposed to be the funny one and, make fun of you to keep it light so people will watch more,
That's crazy.
So look, am I surprised that Bill Maher would continue to go back to the well and bringing up the same tiresome talking points? No, I'm not. I just covered a story about how the NYPD went after a musician who was probably near the same age as Maher, performing near the subway, and 5 officers got called. 5. He was peaceful. He did absolutely nothing wrong. And he had to pack up and leave. I am seeing videos of officers playing Candy Crush near the subway. I am seeing videos of officers go to folks trying to make a living with fruit stands and smoothie stands and drink stands and pouring out the contents and then removing them. And I must ask, people that are performing, trying to make a living, being peaceful, is this not an overreach, not just of the cops, but also an overreach of taxpayer dollars? Why should we be funding some dude in a uniform with a firearm playing a game on his phone because he's that bored? Why? How do so many not see that clean water is going to not be a right anymore? Our schools are being closed. We cannot even survive in public places like churches, synagogues, mosques, clubs, schools, libraries, the CDC, buildings in Manhattan. But yeah, let's put our taxpayer dollars towards cops. And his tiresome talking point as well. Oh, the state-run grocery stores are bad. No, it's just taking it away from private equity. You think Kroger isn't strong enough, Bill Maher? Is that what you're saying? I mean, like, this pro-genocidal freak has been given a platform for so long, and it is important to fact-check this stuff because that video and his interviews perform very well. Like, too well. And I do think it's important for there to be dissent. But when so many view this guy in a certain light that is not for progressive causes, but is actually a guy who would wine and dine with a fascist, well, you know what? I think we know who's on the right side and who's on the wrong side. Just because he is, pro-reproductive rights, how low is the bar at this point? Or rather, how low is the Maher? No, but seriously, if you're in New York City, do not let Eric Adams or Andrew Cuomo win. They are despicable loathsome human beings who do not deserve to be in public office. You have someone that is trying to make New York City better, and you have two career elitists. Well, one elitist through his family name, and the other one is an elitist who's practically currying favors from the Trump administration so he doesn't get charged with anything. And you have someone who is saying, I want to make New York City affordable. I mean, it is a layup at this point.